White House is reducing the price tag on the president's infrastructure package from $2.3 trillion to $1.7 trillion. That's an effort to try and reach a bipartisan deal with the Republicans. But you know, in the Senate, the GOP is rejecting the counteroffer. They say it is still way too high. Here is White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki yesterday.
In our view, this is the art, I should say, of seeking common ground. This proposal exhibits a willingness to come down in size.
If you have already received your $1,400 third stimulus check, you may be eligible to receive a bonus stimulus payment. Multiple state governors have proposed sending checks to their residents. These payments could be worth up to $600. Everybody, here's your fourth stimulus check update, as well as all the news that you need to know around your Social Security benefits. Folks, just be sure to stand to the end of this video to never miss out on the very important stimulus news. And if you guys support a fourth stimulus check of $1,000 a month, then let's get this video to 1,000 likes. So now that many 2020 tax returns have been processed, some people are eligible for a plus-up payment to receive more money. If you received a stimulus check based on your 2019 tax returns, you might be eligible for more money once your 2020 return has been processed. According to the IRS, the batch of stimulus checks includes the first of ongoing supplemental payments for people who earlier in March received payments based on their 2019 tax returns, but are now eligible for a new or larger payment based on the recently proposed 2020 tax returns. So everybody, here are two situations that could trigger a bonus payment. Number one, your income dropped in 2020 compared to 2019, or you had a new child or dependent on your 2020 return who was not present on your 2019 return. These additional payments announced on April 1st also include payments for people for whom the IRS previously did not have information needed to issue a payment, but who recently filed and are eligible for a stimulus payment. This means if you didn't file until now, payments can still be sent out, as both 2019 and 2020 returns are still being given time to be processed. The IRS adds that payments will continue to be sent out on a weekly basis. Folks, this particular batch includes more than 4 million payments, with a value upwards of $10 billion. That's at least according to the IRS. 2 million of those payments are direct deposit payments, and another 2 million people will receive paper check payments. Now, in order to help the process and ensure payments are received, the IRS is offering free tax preparation and filing for qualifying taxpayers. To qualify, you have to make $72,000 or less. And everybody, Newsweek has reported that the White House has been sent 2 letters signed by 26 Democrats, pushing for the enactment of so-called automatic stabilizers for expanded unemployment and stimulus checks. They say this will help prevent the kind of partisan gridlock that stalled relief packages during the crisis. Automatic stabilizers would help lawmakers avoid negotiations tied to each relief package. One possibility is to use unemployment as a stabilizer, though any economic indicator might work. With legislation that includes unemployment as an automatic stabilizer, the number of jobless Americans who fell below a predetermined level would trigger a relief payment. When the unemployment rate rises above that level, the relief would be automatically pulled back. At the state level, millions of Californians might be in line for a fourth payment through a proposal by Governor Gavin Newsom to send $600 stimulus checks to residents under a multi-billion-dollar spending plan unveiled earlier this week. Roughly 2/3 of Californians might get a stimulus payment under his plan. Now, when Governor Newsom was asked if more stimulus aid was coming, he said, in California the answer is yes. It looks like he's not waiting for the federal government, and instead is using a budget surplus to launch another round of Golden State stimulus, which will likely be $600 checks for individuals, plus $500 for dependents. And everybody, nearly 80% of state tax filers will receive the payments. Everybody, tell me your thoughts on Governor Newsom in the comments below. And do you believe that he's doing a good job in helping out California residents? Tell me your thoughts on this, everybody, down in the comments. Now, lawmakers have until June 15th to pass a finalized budget. If Newsom's expansion is approved, the administration hopes payments could go out within a matter of weeks. Democratic Governor Ray Cooper on Wednesday proposed sending checks to North Carolina residents, with part of the state's share of funds from the $1.9 trillion stimulus relief plan signed to law by President Biden in March. The governor called for using $250 million of the $5.7 billion allocated to North Carolina from the American Rescue Plan for checks to low and middle income families. Now, under the governor's proposal in North Carolina, married couples filing jointly with income of up to $30,000 could receive a $500 check, while couples making between $30,000 and $60,000 would be eligible for $250. Single filers making up to $15,000 would be eligible for a $500 check, and while a single person making between $15,000 and $30,000 could receive a $250 check. So yes, everybody, many states across the country are giving their residents new state stimulus checks. That is all the news in this video, everybody, and if you guys enjoyed and found this video useful and helpful, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on post notifications.
Economy, how to get it on the right track, and particularly how to deal with the jobs crisis that we face right now. It's a different kind of crisis than we normally talk about. There are a lot of jobs open, and the workers that are needed are not coming forward. Washington needs to change direction to get the economy on the right track. Current law provides that at least until Labor Day, that's in September of this year, that there will be a federal supplemental payment of $300 per week added to the state unemployment benefit. So if somebody's on unemployment insurance, they'll get their normal state benefit, which in Ohio is about half of whatever your income was. But on top of that, now there's a $300 federal supplement. It was put in place during COVID-19, but it continues until at least September. By doing so, adding that $300, it nearly doubles the unemployment insurance benefit on average. It also results in about 42% of those people who are on unemployment insurance making more on UI than they were making at work. It has the effect of, in most states, more than doubling the amount of unemployment insurance, and it also doubles the minimum wage. So you can imagine why this is a disincentive for some people to go back to work if they can make more not working. On top of that, Democrats here in Congress during the COVID-19 legislation added another benefit to people who are on unemployment insurance compared to people who are working. And that is to say that your first $10,000 of unemployment insurance is tax-free. So if you're a truck driver making $35,000, $40,000 a year, you don't get that tax benefit. But if you're on unemployment insurance, you do get that benefit. Again, another disincentive to go back to work. People are logical, and if the government's going to pay you more not to work than to work, it creates a problem. And you can see that problem. We have a record number of job openings right now. 8.1 million jobs are open in America today. And the economic recovery we all are looking forward to is being hampered by what? A lack of workers. And if you go down your Main Street, wherever you live, you'll see the Help Wanted signs up. If you go by your restaurants, you will see, instead of the marquee saying, come and check out our great apple pie or our hamburgers, they say, we're paying signing bonuses, $500, $250. I went by a Frisch's Big Boy on the way to the airport on Monday, and that's what